Very good morning, children. In this module, we'll discuss the role of government in education to promote the human capital of our country. And various educational commissions they have formed to achieve their goals. The Education Commission, which was formed in 1964 to 66, had recommended that at least 6% of the GDP should be spent on education so as to make a noticeable rate of growth in educational achievements. The Tapas Majumdar Committee appointed by the GUI in 1998, the expenditure of around 1.37 lakh crore over 10 years, that is 1998 to 2007, children in the age group of 6 to 14 years under the purview of school education. Current level of a little over 4% has been quite inadequate. In 2009, the GUI enacted the Rights of Education Act. GUI has also started levying a 2% education cess on all union taxes. The revenue from the education cess has been earmarked for spending on elementary education. So these are the different committees as well as the commissions through which the government implemented the various schemes which enables to develop the human capital. The Right to Education Act is an important act which was formed in the Constitution according to the 86th Amendment Act 2002. It inserted Article 21A in the Constitution of India to provide free and compulsory education to the people. In this slide, we can see the educational achievements in India. Here comparison is made between the female as well as the male's literacy for the 3 years. That is for 1995, 2000 and 2005. So if we compare the percentage of female and male literacy rate, we can see that the female literacy rate is less compared to the male literacy rate. And in 2005, we can see a great progress in the percentage rate compared to the previous years 1995 as well as 2000. So we have to infer that the education has attained more progress compared to the past. Now we will discuss about what are the challenges in the education. High illiteracy rate as per 2011 census. The literacy rate is 74.04%. Nearly 20% of the children in the age group of 6 to 14 years are still not going to schools. UNESCO's report 37% of illiterate adults in the world are Indians. And we have discussed about the challenges or the limitations also. The first one is gender bias. The second one is lack of vocational training. Third one is low standard of education. The fourth one is insufficient government expenditure, privatization of education, and the low access level in rural areas. So these are the various challenges in education that we have to face, and these are the reasons why we can't gain the educational goals that we targeted. Now we'll discuss about what are the future prospects of the education. Three prospects are there. The first one is the education for all, the second one is gender equality, and the third one is higher education. But education for all, we have to keep it still as a distant dream. Because of various challenges in front of us, we can't fulfill all these prospects. Gender equality, it is better than before, because we compare with the past as well as in the present, the percentage of female literacy has increased. Next prospect is higher education, but there are only a few takers for this one, and we know that for the common people it is not affordable for them to take this higher education also. So children, these are the future prospects of the education. So I hope this session is clear for you. Thank you children for watching this video.